Welcome back to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast, where we talk about all things smoked meat and so much more, including hilarious stories about our farm-to-table lifestyle and our love of the outdoors. I'm your host, Trevor. Be sure to tune in until the end of today's episode for this week's feature recipe and how to qualify for the BBQ Brag to Win giveaway contest. Episode 10, let's do this. Hey there, meat lovers and barbecue enthusiasts. Welcome to another episode of the BBQ Beautiful Podcast. The podcast where we dive deep into all things barbecue, grilling, smoking, and let's be honest, probably a little bit of beer too. I'm your host, Trevor, and today we're tackling one of the greatest debates of our time, the smoker versus the grill. Which is better? Is it the low and slow smoky magic of the smoker, or the quick, fiery sear of the grill that rules supreme? I'm sure you've had this debate with your friends at least 100 times. So today we're going to settle it once and for all. Or, just make it more complicated. Because why not? So grab your favorite cold drink, fire up your grill or smoker, whichever you prefer, and let's get down to it. By the end of this, you might just be convinced to try both, or maybe we'll just throw more fuel on the fire. Let's just see how it goes. Alright, let's talk smokers. Now, I know some of you out there are already nodding your heads because you're team smoker through and through. You've got your smoker dialed in. You know how to set the temp, manage the wood, and most importantly, you know how to wait patiently for hours on end until you're ready to pull off that smoky masterpiece. Here's the deal with the smoker. It's all about low and slow, and I mean slow, like I could take a nap while it cooks slow. When you smoke meat, you're cooking it at low temperatures over an extended period of time, usually anywhere from 4 to 12 hours, or longer if you're smoking something like a brisket. The goal is to cook that meat low enough to absorb all those amazing smoky flavors without drying it out. It's an art form. You've got a few different types of smokers to choose from. So let's break down the three main categories. First up, we've got the offset. These are big beasts that have a separate firebox where you burn your wood or charcoal. The heat and smoke flow through the main chamber where your meat is. Think of it like a fancy barbecue buffet. You're the chef, the smoker's the waitstaff, and your meat just loves the attention. Offset smokers are perfect for the barbecue purist. These things take time and effort. You've got to keep an eye on the temperature, maintain your fuel source, and constantly add more wood to keep the smoke rolling. It's a commitment. You've got to baby this thing. But when you get it right, it's just like winning the barbecue lottery. The result? A rich, deep, smoky flavor that you just can't replicate with anything else. But here's the kicker. Not everyone has the patience or time to babysit a fire for 12 hours. That's why we have vertical smokers. These babies are great for people who want a good smoked meal but don't necessarily have the time or backyard space to run an offset. Vertical smokers come in different varieties, but they all basically work by placing a water pan below the meat, allowing the meat to absorb moisture while it smokes. The heat source could be charcoal, gas, electric, but the principle stays the same. You're still cooking low and slow, plus these suckers are a bit more compact, which makes them perfect for smaller spaces or someone who wants to get into smoking without going all in on the bigger rigs. Finally, we have pellet smokers, the high-tech darlings of the barbecue world. A pellet smoker is essentially a hybrid between a smoker and a slow cooker. Instead of manually managing the fire, you load it up with wood pellets and it feeds them into a fire pot automatically. You set the temperature and it does the work for you. For those of you who love barbecue but hate the idea of spending 8 hours tending to a fire, the pellet smoker is your ticket to smoky heaven. Now, the great thing about all smokers is the flavor. The smoke infuses into the meat, creating layers of flavors that you just can't get from grilling. We're talking about tender brisket, juicy ribs, and melt-in-your-mouth pulled pork that makes you want to start your own barbecue religion. Okay, let's shift gears here. As much as I love my smoker, there's something undeniably sexy about a grill. A grill, my friends, is all about speed and precision. If the smoker is the slow, thoughtful artist, the grill is the passionate rock star who knows exactly how to get the crowd's attention with a bang. It's instant gratification in the world of barbecue. Let's face it, not everyone has the time, space, or patio to throw a whole brisket on a smoker and wait half a day for it to be ready. Grills, on the other hand, let you throw a steak, a burger, or some veggies on there, and bam, you're eating within minutes. This is the barbecue for people who are hungry now. Now, there are 3 different types of grills you'll typically see around the backyard barbecue scene: charcoal, gas grills, and then the electric grills. Let's start with the charcoal. These are your classics. It's what your dad used, your grandpa used, and what you probably learned on when you were 15 and thought you were the hottest thing on the block. Charcoal grilling is where that magical smoky flavor comes from. You get that high heat, perfect sear on the outside of the meat, and you've got that charred flavor that's just so satisfying. Plus, there's something deeply satisfying about playing with fire and smoke. It's primal, like caveman cooking meat over an open flame, except, with more beer. Then we've got gas grills, the easy button of barbecue. No messing around with coals or fire starters here. Just flip a switch, turn a knob, and you're ready to go. Gas grills heat up quickly, cook evenly, and give you plenty of control over your cooking. Want to grill a few steaks, make some burgers, or even cook fish without turning your kitchen into a war zone? The gas grill has your back. There's no waiting for coals to heat up, no dealing with ashes afterwards. It's all about convenience. And lastly, the electric grill. The unsung hero of small spaces and urban living. Look, if you live in an apartment or somewhere where they have some crazy no-fire bylaws, the electric grill is your best friend. It won't necessarily give you that wood smoky flavor, but it'll still give you that beautiful sear and crispy texture we all crave. Plus, it's fast. You can have a meal on the table in no time. It's like microwave cooking for people who still want to feel fancy. Which is better? All right, this is where things get spicy. If you're team smoker, you probably think grilling is just a shortcut. Like, why bother when you can invest in a smoker and make real barbecue? But if you're team grill, you're probably thinking smokers are for people with way too much time on their hands and too much patience to deal with the fire for hours. So let's settle this once and for all. Or maybe we won't, but we're going to try. Smoker lovers will tell you that the slow cooking process is what makes smoked meat so damn good. It's like the meat gets to go on a little vacation where it absorbs all that smoky goodness and becomes tender and juicy. A smoker is all about tradition, skill, and putting your heart into your cooking. It's about camaraderie and the meditative process. You get to watch the meat change over time, and when you finally pull it off and take that first bite, it's unreal. But the reality is, smoking takes time, it takes effort, and sometimes you just want to eat your damn food already. Grill lovers will argue that grilling is about instant gratification. It's quick, easy, and delicious. You don't have to wait all day, and you can still make amazing food with the right technique. Grilling is like the fast food at barbecue. It's efficient, but you can still eat like a king. At the end of the day, both smokers and grills have their place in barbecue. A smoker is perfect for slow-cooked meals like brisket, pulled pork, and ribs, while a grill is great for fast, flavorful meals like steaks, burgers, and veggies. Which one is better really depends on your style, your schedule, and your love of barbecue. So I'll leave you with this. No one's forcing you to choose just one. Grab a smoker and grab a grill. Because when it comes to cooking meat, there's no such thing as too much of a good thing. Whether you're team smoker or team grill, keep cooking, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep eating that delicious barbecue. And remember, folks, Whether it's a smoker, a grill, or just an open flame, never forget to have a cold one on hand. Cheers. Today's feature recipe? Oh, it's something that's going to make you salivate, sweat, and maybe even reconsider that New Year's resolution you made about eating healthier. We're diving headfirst into the glorious world of smoking a bone-in pork loin. That's right, we're talking about the kind of pork loin that's got the bone still in, making it 100 times better than that sad, boneless nonsense. If you've been cooking pork loin without the bone, then I've got two words for you. Big mistake. But don't worry, I'm here to set you straight. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Trevor, why in the hell should I bother smoking a pork loin? Isn't that just a hunk of meat that you toss in the oven and forget about? Sure, you could cook it the easy way. Throw it in the oven, maybe slap a little seasoning on there, and call it a day. But if you want to take your cooking to the next level, if you want to impress your friends, your family, or hell, even your neighbor who keeps giving you the side eye for playing music too loud, this is the way to do it. Smoking a bone-in pork loin is like taking a journey into flavor. It's about getting that perfect balance between the crispy, smoky bark on the outside and that melt in your mouth tender meat on the inside. We're talking about a transformation here. When done right, this pork loin will make you rethink your entire life. You'll be holding that bone like you've just won a gold medal. But don't freak out if you've never smoked a pork loin before. I'm here to guide you through every step of the way. We'll talk about the best rubs, because let's be honest, you don't want to be using that store-bought stuff that looks like it came out of a cheap motel, right? No, we're making this thing sing with flavor. And I'll throw in some of my best kept secrets for making sure that pork loin comes out juicy. Seriously, we're talking about tender, smoky perfection here. And don't get me started on the bone itself. The bone adds flavor, it adds moisture, and it gives you that satisfying, I just ate something impressive feeling that no boneless chunk of meat could ever deliver. So pour yourself another drink, make it something strong because we're about to get smoky in here. Get your smoker prepped, and if you haven't already, go grab yourself a bone-in pork loin. Trust me, by the end of this, your taste buds will be begging you for more. And don't worry, we'll be taking it nice and slow, making sure you don't burn your meat or your dignity. Let's get ready to smoke that bone and make sure your taste buds tingle. This is going to be one hell of a ride, and I'm going to make sure you enjoy every second of it. All right, prep time. Nice and quick. You're going to need about 20 minutes. As always, I talk about it on every episode. Dry brine that piece of pork, 4 to 24 hours uncovered in the fridge. Cook time, roughly 3.5 to 6 on this one, depending on the cut. Some tips for selecting the perfect bone-in pork loin. So this involves considering several factors. Look for a cut with marbling throughout, as this will aid in tenderness and juiciness when cooked on a smoker. Ask the butcher to French the bones or give it a shot yourself. There are lots of videos on Google if you need a guide. The bone should be firm and slightly pinkish, ensuring freshness. Choose a cut with a reasonable amount of fat around the edges and top, which enhances flavor and juiciness during cooking. Additionally, choose a size that suits your cooking needs. If possible, source one from a local farmer, or better yet, have one you raised and butchered yourself. Ingredients: you're going to need a bone-in pork loin. Size based on your needs and how many people you're cooking for. Rub: we recommend a generous coating of the BBQ Beautiful base layer and BBQ Beautiful honey heat. Spritz: 1 cup apple juice, half a cup of your favorite vinegar, 2 tablespoons hot sauce, 2 tablespoons Wersch, 1 tablespoon maple syrup, use the good stuff, and 1 tablespoon honey. Directions: Step 1, remove the pork loin from its packaging, dry thoroughly with paper towels. Trim the pork loin of excess fat, being sure to leave a quarter to half inch of fat on the top side. Step 2, using your favorite rub, recommend BBQ Beautiful base layer and BBQ Beautiful honey heat. Apply a thin coating of the base layer and then a generous coating of honey heat. Binder's not so much important here. If you're going to dry brine in the fridge overnight, those seasonings will penetrate the meat and do their thing. But if you're going to be throwing it right on, use a quarter cup of mustard with 2 tablespoons of pickle juice as a binder. Step 3, place in the fridge uncovered for 4 to 24 hours to dry brine. The longer the better. Step 4, set up your smoker for a low and slow cook, 250 to 275. Fill the water pan, and if your smoker doesn't have a water pan, use an aluminum foil pan. Step 5, place the pork loin on the pit with the fat cap facing up and the bones facing the firebox. Step 6, cook for 3 hours without opening the lid while maintaining the temp between 250 and 275. Step 7, now you want to mix the spritz ingredients in the spray bottle and shake them up. Step 8, after 3 hours, open the lid, spritz the meat. At this point, make sure you refill the water pan if it's running low. This helps ensure a humid cooker, keeping the pork loin moist and provide a convection type cooking environment. Begin checking the internal temp of the pork every 20 minutes until it registers an internal temp of 155. Step 9, remove from the smoker and loosely tent with aluminum foil and let rest until the internal temp climbs to 160 Fahrenheit. Step 10, all that's left to do is slice and enjoy. Another recommendation, try eating it with the BBQ Beautiful Spicy Chimney. That spicy chimney cuts through the fat and pairs beautifully with pork. Let me know what you think. Give this recipe a shot. Use it as a base. As always, experiment. Use the flavors you like. Okay, it's time for our barbecue giveaway that we're calling Barbecue Brag to Win. One lucky listener will win some amazing barbecue merch that'll take your outdoor cooking to a whole new level. Whether you're a backyard beginner or a seasoned pit master, this giveaway is going to be for you. So what's up for grabs? First, a BBQ Beautiful bundle. This includes 1 BBQ Beautiful base layer, honey heat, brisket rub, and a spicy chimney from our lineup of seasonings and rubs. Next, 1 t-shirt and hat of your choice from the BBQ Beautiful website, www.barbecuebeautiful.ca. And of course, there's going to be free shipping. How to enter? First, make sure you're subscribed to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode or an announcement. Next, connect with us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok at BBQ Beautiful. Then share our latest episode on your stories or feed, and don't forget to tag us. Use the hashtag Barbecue Brag to Win. BBQ BRAGTOWIN. This way we can easily find your posts. Finally, drop a comment on our giveaway post telling us about your favorite barbecue recipe, or share your best barbecue tip, pictures, or videos. And here's the kicker. For each additional entry you want to earn, simply engage with us. Like and share the posts, comment on our episodes, or even send us a voice message with your barbecue questions or stories. The more you interact, the more chances you have to win. So get creative and show us your barbecue. Let's talk about the timeline. You have until the 25th of each month to enter. You don't want to miss it, and who knows, it could be you. Why are we putting on this giveaway? Well, we want to express our thanks to each and every one of you who tunes in each week. Your support means the world, and this giveaway is our way of giving back to this amazing barbecue community that we're building together. And we really do want to hear from you. So what topics do you want us to cover in future episodes? Are there any barbecue legends or techniques you want us to dive into? Share your thoughts in the comments when you enter the giveaway. This is all about community, and we want to make sure that we're bringing the content you all love. So to recap, subscribe to the podcast, follow us on social, share our latest episode using hashtag BBQBrag to win, and comment on our giveaway post. It's that easy. Get excited because this is your chance to elevate your barbecue game with some awesome gear. Good luck to everyone out there, and may the best griller win.